Let me play the music again. Oh yo, Oluba. Oh yo, Oluba kiponanga. Ekuko kisama. Oh yo, Oluba kiponanga. Ekuko kisama. Ilaka Oluba kiponanga. Ekuko kisama. Solution na mituna nanga. Yesu ya nolanga yo. Oluba kiponanga. Ekuko kisama. Oh yo, Oluba kiponanga. Ekuko kisama. Ilaka Oluba kiponanga. Ekuko kisama. Solution na mituna nanga. Dieu fidèle qui n'a jamais menti. Oloba kiponanga. Ekuko kisama. Oyo oloba kiponanga. Olobini ya Yesu. Oloba kiponanga. Ekuko kisama. Solution na mituna nanga. Ata bilaka nangai. Eumeli zambe. Wazali koseka ngai nakolema te kama na Yesu yo. Oloba kiponanga ekoko kisama oyo oloba kiponanga bilaka oloba kiponanga ekoko kisama solution na mituna nanga. Ata bilaka nangai bakoma na bongo. Ngai nakolema te nakangami na Yesu yo. Oyo oloba kiponanga ekoko kisama oyo oloba kiponanga ya Yesu bilaka oloba kiponanga ekoko kisama solution na mituna nanga. Ata baloba okobala te nakolema te oyo oloba kiponanga ekoko kisama oyo oloba kiponanga ekoko kisama ilaka oloba kiponanga ekoko kisama solution na mituna nanga. Lelele baba kuke ye baba kuke baba kuke yelele koma emoni seli oyo nalibanga monene abakuke timokolo ekoko kisanga yango abakuke ngai nakolema te nakangame na Yesu oyo oyo akotikanga jamais. Ayelele baba kuke yelele baba kuke wa koma emoniseli oyo nalibanga monene timokolo ekoko kisama ya solo ngai oyo nazeli oyanga akosaka te nzambo oyo nalobaka ya so nzambe ya frere Gaspard akosaka jamais nzambe ya Ibere Ange akosaka jamais akosaka jamais. And I don't know what is happening on my YouTube now. Supposed to be 1,000 right now. What is the problem? Please, guys, share the video. Share the video to your friends. Share it. Okobota mwana ye. Suka sarabota ki mwana ye. Alobaki na okobota mwana ye. Suka anabota ki mwana. Tu n'es pas énorme pour mentir, Jésus. Oh, les fils de l'homme pour te repentir. Yesoyo alobaka. Oh, akosaka te nzambo oyo alobaka kabe ana papa edo chinongo akosaka te nzambo oyo akosaka te nzambo oyo akosaka te nzambo kolo na bilaka na bilaka kolo na bilaka kolo oyo na bilaka na yoyo aye kolo na bilaka kolo na bilaka Yo guys, share the video, This is it's amazing, man. See like this, man. I cannot preach, man, like this. So rather, it's better that I don't do it. Yeah, yes, way. 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 Kolo na bilaka. Na bilaka. Kolo na bilaka. Kolo na bilaka. Kolo na bilaka. Ooh. Ooh. Wow, wow. 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 Wow, 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 wow. Appelez Siméon. Oh. Oh. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, guys, we are just going to start like this. I'm going to start preaching. I'm going to start teaching. Um, The song is too deep, eh? Mardosheka Shala. Man, the song is crazy, man. Um, as you can see the title, today we are going to talk about how to get your mind raptured. Ah, guys, how to get your mind raptured. Listen, if you pay attention to the thing that I'm going to speak today, if you pay attention to the things that I'm going to teach today, your life will never be the same again. You are going to be deep more than these people who call themselves prophets. One of the things that is destroying so many Christians right now is that so many Christians, they don't understand the time and the season where we are in right now. Like, let's say, for example, everybody knows that the first coming of Jesus, it plays a very important role in our lives. And in the second coming of Jesus, it will also play the very important role in our lives. Now, the difference between the first coming of Jesus and the second coming of Jesus is that when Jesus came for the first time, he came to save our souls. And when he shall come for the second coming, he shall come and save our bodies. So this one just tells you that in the time where we are living right now, we should focus the most on our souls more than the way we focus on our bodies. In the time and the season where we are living right now, before we started speaking about the rapture of the body, we should begin on speaking about the rapture of the soul, or what is also known as the rapture of the mind. Hope you guys understanding what I'm talking about. We are going somewhere. So now, if you go into so many churches, you find out that so many pastors, uh, they try to preach about the rapture of the body that will happen in the future. They will try to speak about it, how not to miss the rapture, they will speak about the event itself, how it's going to happen, but they forget the rapture that is happening right now, the rapture of the mind. Why are you speaking about something that shall happen in the future? Yet there is something that people are missing right now that they should be experiencing. Are you guys understanding what I'm talking about? We are going somewhere. We are going somewhere. We are going somewhere. So you should begin on speaking about the rapture that is happening right now, which is the rapture of the mind. The truth is, if you are not experiencing the rapture that is happening right now, the rapture of the mind, you will never experience the rapture that shall come. Because according to God's plan, the salvation of the soul comes first before the salvation of the body. So if he, so, so if you are expecting to go for the rapture of the body and your mind is not raptured yet, there's a very huge problem with you. You are going to miss it. You will miss it. What guys you need to understand is that Christianity is not, we don't work by guessing. We don't guess. We work by faith. Faith is to know. When you know that you are going to walk on top of the water, you just know that I'm going to walk on top of the water. You don't guess that I'm going to walk on top of the water. So if you are guessing that you will go for the rapture, if you are not sure that you go for the rapture, you will not go, because those who will go for the rapture, they know that they will go for the rapture. Anyway, listen, let me tell you this. I have to start talking about I have to start talking about uh, how to get your mind raptured. I don't want to waste too much time. I'm only going to preach at least for 15 to 20 minutes. Me, I believe that, I rather preach for 5 minutes and people understand what I'm talking about instead of preaching for 5 hours and people don't understand what I'm talking about. So we are going to start. Get your pen and get your paper. We are starting. Yeah. Uh, as I've already said, there are two types of raptures. We have the rapture of the body and we also have the rapture of the mind. Hmm. We have the rapture of the body and we also have the rapture of the mind. What is the rapture of the body and what is the rapture of the mind? Hmm. When we are talking about the rapture of the body, we are talking about your body being summoned somewhere. Like you are here in Canada and your body is summoned in US. You are here in Canada and your body is summoned in India. That is the rapture of the body. These things happen in Africa. If you are not sending money to your uncles on the village, they will summon you. Trust me, they will summon you. Are you guys, are you guys understanding what I'm talking about? So that is the rapture of the body, the rapture of the flesh. Even the Bible is talking about it, that in the end time, we shall caught up with the Lord in the cloud. So this one just tells you that our bodies shall be summoned in the cloud. That is the rapture of the body. So now, that is the rapture of the body. Now, what is the rapture of the mind? What is the rapture of the mind? The rapture of the mind is also when your mind is summoned somewhere. Like you are here in Canada and your mind is summoned in US. You are here in Canada and your mind is summoned in India. That is the rapture of the mind. Now, you thinking about US and your mind to be raptured on US are two things different. Thinking about US and your mind when it is summoned in US, these are two things different. When you are thinking about US, you'll be able to tell that I'm here in Canada, and then I'm just thinking about the US. You can be conscious of where you are and you are thinking about US. That is thinking of US. Now, if your mind is raptured in US, it simply means that here where you are in Canada, you are going to lose a consciousness a little bit. You are going to lose your conscious of the place where you are. And then your mind, you will just be there in US. Like let's say, for example, these things happens when many of you are watching the TV. Like let's say, for example, you are watching a TV, you'll be watching the TV and your mind will be caught up on the TV to the point where you lose conscious of the surrounding where you are. To the point where if a person comes and touch you, you will scream like, yeah, it is because your mind was raptured. It is because your mind was raptured by a TV. So that is the rapture of the mind. And also, like let's say, for example, you are, sometimes you'll be sitting alone. You are sitting alone and you are thinking about something. And then all of a sudden in your head, your mind gets stuck and you remain stuck for a moment. And then after you remain stuck for a second, and then you later you come back to yourself. That is what is known as the mind, the rapture of the mind. Now, you need to understand that there is a difference between an outer body experience and the rapture of the mind. An outer body experience, it simply means that your soul goes out of your body. When your soul goes out of your body, If you look at yourself behind, you can still see your body. It simply means that you'll be conscious of where you are. It simply means that you'll be conscious of where you are when you are experiencing the outer body experience. But when your mind is raptured, when you experience the rapture of the mind, you lose the consciousness of where your body is. And your mind is raptured somewhere. Your mind is summoned somewhere else. Hope you guys understand. And another, the better way to explain the rapture of the mind, uh, it is the way you experience when you are going to sleep. It is the way you experience when you are going to sleep. Guys, when you are going to sleep, you act like this. In Zambia, we call it kushipula. You are doing like this. You see, you are doing like this. The moment when you are doing like this, you are losing a consciousness a little bit. And then when you come back to yourself, you are trying to act as if there is nothing that has happened. That is how the rapture of the mind happens. That you lose a little bit a consciousness and then you come back to yourself. Sometimes you cannot even tell that you had a rapture of the mind because you don't practice that. Your mind will be lost for a moment and then you come back, just like the way you act when you are sleeping, and you come back like this. That is how the rapture of the mind happens. You guys are not understanding the things that I'm talking about. Listen, the things that I'm teaching you guys, if you choose to listen, your spiritual life is going to change. When I'm coming here, I'm telling you that, I'm telling you the match. I'm telling you the scores of the match. These are the things that I always do. You guys are not understanding what. So you see now how the rapture of the mind looks like. Now, experiencing the rapture of the mind, it does not mean that you saw in the spiritual realm. No. The rapture of the mind is just like a dream. It is just like a dream. When you are dreaming, you don't see in the spiritual world. The Bible says that God speaks again and again, and if a man perceiveth not what he is saying, he waits at night when a man is sleeping and he speaks to them in a dream and a vision. That is how, so God is, you see now, God is speaking to you in a vision because he spoke to you and you could not hear him. God is speaking to you in a dream because he spoke to you and you could not hear him. So the dream is not to see in the spiritual realm. The dream is just a replay of what has already happened. It is the same thing with the rapture of the mind. The rapture of the mind, it is also a replay, just like a dream. Because these things, they don't happen in the spiritual world, but they happen in your subconscious mind. You understand it? The rapture of the mind, it happens in your subconscious mind. Just like the way, the Bible says that if a prophet speak, or if a prophet prophesy and the things are not coming to pass, don't be afraid of him, for they do not speak the things that came from God, but they speak the things that came from their own mind. It does not mean that the prophet made up their own things to go and speak. No. It simply means that a prophet raptures his mind. Now, they saw the things. Now, the thing that, most of the time when you are having a dream, let me just give you an example. Most of the time when you are having a dream, it may be a dream that is coming from God or a dream that is coming from yourself. The things that you've been doing during a day, they can come in your dream. It is the same thing with the rapture of the mind. Your mind can be raptured and you see the things that you've been doing. You see the things according to your belief in your subconscious mind. So, when the Bible is saying that when a prophet is speaking the things and they are not coming to happen, it does not mean that the prophet made up their own things. No. It simply means that a prophet got raptured his mind and then he saw the things, but the things that he saw are the things that exist only in his subconscious mind. You understand now? So you guys, when you hear like that, you think that a prophet can just make up the things that he wants to make up. No, no, no. It does not work like that. It does not work like that with God. Jamais. Never. Guys, we are going somewhere. We are going somewhere. We are going somewhere. We are going somewhere. It's amazing. So now, it is very important that you examine your mind, because most of the time you experience the rapture of the mind, but you don't tell that you are experiencing it. The moment, there are moments that you lose your mind, and then after some second, the mind comes back. It's because your mind was raptured. Now, there are three people that can rapture your mind. There are three people, or there are three persons that can rapture your mind. Number one is God. There are actually four. Number one is God. When God is rapturing your mind, it simply means that He's trying to show you a vision. You understand? Also, your mind can be raptured by spirits, angels, and demons. Both of them, they can rapture your mind. Now, angels, when they are rapturing your mind, they may be telling you a vision, and also they can tell you, like, it may be for other purpose. And demons is the same thing. Now, the third person who can rapture your mind, it is yourself. You can rapture your mind like to release stress, fear, to release, and also to make yourself see the things in the spiritual world. You can do that. And the last person who can rapture your mind, it is a human being. Another human being can rapture your mind. Now, when another human being is rapturing your mind, most of the time is when they are trying to cause harm to you. Like, let's say, for example, one day I was watching one prophet here on YouTube. He was preaching, and he was saying that he was angry against his friend. So he was telling his friend that you are going to see what is going to happen to you. You'll be driving a car, and then uh, it will just happen like boof. You will make an accident. The person, you see now, the person will make an accident not because they casted spell on them. No, it's because the nigger is going to rapture his mind. When he will be driving, the man will rapture his mind, and he will lose a consciousness a little bit of his body where he is, and then he will make an accident. That is why many of you, when you are making an accident, you don't tell. You cannot tell how you made the accident. You cannot tell. You'll be like, man, I was just driving and I did not know how I got uh, outside of the road. I was just driving and I did not know how I bumped into another car. It's because your mind was raptured. You see now, it is because your mind was raptured by another human being. So now, so I told you that there is a rapture of the body and there is also the rapture of the mind. The rapture of the body that is going to happen in the future, that the Bible is talking about, that that we shall caught up with the Lord in the cloud. When that rapture is going to happen, after that rapture, it does not mean that that is the only rapture that will happen. No. After that rapture, in the millennial reign, you'll be able to rapture your own body. It simply means that you'll be here in Canada and you want to go in Africa. You just rapture yourself in Africa. That is what will be happening in the millennial reign. So that rapture that will happen in the one-time rapture, it shall be just like as an endorsement of the rapture that we will be doing in the millennial reign. You understand? So it is the same thing with the rapture of the mind. The moment when you believed in Jesus, your mind was raptured. The moment when you believed in Jesus, your mind was raptured. God summoned your mind where he is. He summoned your soul where he is. You see now. Now, man, this is crazy, man. It's actually crazy. Let me check let me reflect my YouTube, man. I don't understand why. These niggas are playing with my YouTube. I swear to my God. I don't actually understand why they are playing with my YouTube. We're supposed to be 1,000 watching. They think that they will stop the gospel of God by doing that. No, jamais. You will never stop it. The gospel will continue moving. So you see now, guys, it is the same thing with the rapture of the mind, that when God, when you believed in Christ, God summoned your soul where He is. So that is the summoning of your soul. It was just as an endorsement of the rapture of the mind. So right now, you're supposed to be rapturing your own mind. The way you heard God when you believed in Christ, it is the same way that you should be hearing God when you have a problem in your life. You just ask yourself, how did you hear Him when He called you? It is the same way that you should be hearing Him when you have a problem. So the moment when you have a problem, you put yourself into the same state in which you was when you believed in Jesus. You see now, that is how it should be happening. So now, to make it short, I am going to teach you how to rapture, or how to get your mind raptured, or I can only say how to rapture your own mind, because you can do it by yourself. You can rapture your own mind. Now, the thing that I'm going to teach you, or the truth that I'm going to teach you, you should be able to understand it that you should be willing to practice it for a long time, like at least per day. You practice it at least for 2 hours, or at least for 2 hours and a half a day, or even in 1 hour. 1 hour is enough. You understand? A day. Some of you, you go to the churches where they tell you that don't pray too much or don't practice the spiritual things too much. It is a sign of unbelief. No, no, no. It does not work like that, guys. Just because you are praying, just because you are praying for a long time so that you can manifest something, it does not mean that you are not powerful. If you look in the time of Daniel, Daniel, he was praying. He went up to 3 days, and the angel who was coming to give him an answer you know, was caught by the prince of the air, by the prince of the power of the air. That one does not mean that Daniel not manifesting the things that he wanted to manifest, not manifesting too early the things that he wanted to manifest. It does not mean that he was the problem. It does not mean that he did not know how to position himself to manifest the things very fast. No. It may not be your problem. It may be the problem in the angelic realm. Are you guys understanding what I'm talking about? It may not be your problem. It may be the problem in the angelic realm. So just because you are praying for 1 hour to manifest the things, it does not mean that you are not spiritual enough. It does not mean that you don't know how to position yourself. No. Jesus Christ is telling his disciples that, you cannot even watch for 1 hour. So according to Jesus, 1 hour, it is the minimum hours to pray. So every day when you are practicing the spiritual stuff, you should be willing to go up to 1 hour so that it can be able to work for you. You understand? So that it can be able to work for you. Just because you are going 1 hour, 2 hours, it does not mean that you are not powerful. No. Don't listen to these people. It does not mean that your prayer are not good enough. It does not mean that you don't know how to position yourself. You are big, you are deep. So I'm going to teach you about how to um, how to get your mind raptured. First of all, it begins on observing your own mind. It begins on observing your own mind. Um, Guys, listen. I think that this teaching, we are just going to make it part one. I need to fix my YouTube before I make it the part two. I need to fix the YouTube before I make the part two. This is the same thing that happened, Friday. I wanted to go live for the prophetic time, or the time of prophecy, and then the YouTube, messed up. I don't know why, but I think I needed to fix it first before I come and do the how to get your mind raptured part two. So may God bless you all. May God bless you all. In the middle of the week, I should come and do that. I need first to fix the YouTube, and then we are going to see what is going to happen. They have been trying to play with my YouTube since February. Since February, they have been playing with my YouTube. These niggas. Guys. You cannot stop the gospel. Trust me. Me, even if I'm not preaching here on YouTube, I dey preach. I dey preach in the street. You understand? My heart is always burning for Jesus. That is my thing. It does not matter that uh, my heart, it burns for Jesus more than it burns for everything. You understand? And these people who were saying that, oh, you see, Gaspar as lefty prophet Hubert Angel, guys, you guys, you don't know where I'm coming with. You don't know where I'm coming with the God of Prophet Hubert Angel. Few years ago, I was in Africa, in the village in Africa. I was there, chilling. I discovered the Prophet Hubert Angel. It was 2015. And I started praying. God of Prophet Hubert Angel, take me out of Africa. You understand? Today, I'm not in Africa. And it is not me alone who was doing that. We were many of us. I can give you the number of my brother Randy. He will tell you we've been praying with Randy. God of Major, God of Major, we want to come out of Africa. Today, I'm not in Africa. You understand? So you can understand where I'm coming from with this God. I'll never leave this God. Trust me. Never. I'll never leave. If you are thinking that I'll leave this God, you are a liar. You are lying to yourself. You are a liar who lies to to himself. You understand? Bro, I've been listen. the the day when I'm going to leave Prophet Hubert Angel is when God leaves the Prophet Hubert Angel, which is impossible. God will never leave him. So you understand now. The moment when I will stop going to the church of Prophet Hubert Angel, it is the day when God leaves the church of Prophet Hubert Angel. Some people, they say that, oh, these people are worshiping a man. They are worshiping Prophet Hubert Angel. They are worshiping a man. Listen, if God leave the church of Prophet Hubert Angel, shockingly, even if Prophet Hubert Angel will leave, will follow where God goes. So we are not following Prophet Hubert Angel because of him. No, we are following him because he's following Jesus. That is, don't make up your own things, man, in your head, and you say, in Swahili we say that usipangike, man. Don't make up your own things in your head and you go and speak them on the internet. It's foolish. It is foolishness. So, guys, you know, you know, uh, I'm coming. The anger that preachers are showing these days, I've never seen those type of anger. It is the highest level of anger. Someone who just have their only thing from home, and they will leave, and they will go and they started they started finishing their anger on the internet. No, you cannot do that, man. That anger is crazy. That I've never seen it. That I've never seen it, that type of anger. Listen, that anger, I've seen it when I was young. My daddy, my father, actually, my biological father, you know, this nigga, man, he was very angry. him, him, in order for him to, uh, you don't need to do something in order for you to be in trouble. You just need to suspect. If it is suspected that you are trying to do something against him, you are in trouble already. You are in trouble already. Mzee Baba, nakupigia in few minutes man. Naanza kumaliza, niko nafanya live hapa hivi. Naanza kupigia like few minutes. So you understand now guys. That is, it is actually crazy man. May God bless you or may God increase you. We are going to do the part 2 of this. And it's going to be very deep. How to get your mind raptured, part 2. In the middle of the week. Amen.